Good morning, everybody. It is your boy Stas here. It's about 10:20 a.m. right now on the East Coast on this beautiful Monday morning. And guess what? The markets are selling off yet again. We're talking the stock market, all the indexes, and we're talking crypto. Everything is selling off. We got to break things down in this video. So sit back, relax, take a sip of your coffee. Cheers, guys. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe and get your 15 stocks from Moomoo. If you haven't done so already, use that link down below or go to StasSurfS.com/Moomoo. Deposit at least $100 and boom, you get 15 stocks, each up to $2,000, guys. So let's dive into the video. Again, it's about 10:20 a.m. on the East Coast, and we're selling off not drastically, but we are down nonetheless. The Russell's down 0.25%. The Nasdaq's down 0.4%. We have the S&P down pretty much a quarter, down the same as the Russell, as the Dow is barely down, but it is down about 0.1%, as the VIX is up over 2%. And we have silver at break even right around $19.40 an ounce, as gold is down another 0.5%. And gold has been getting destroyed, guys. We're not going to talk about that really in this video, but if you didn't know, gold was over $2,000 an ounce back in March. Now it's at $1,670. I think it's officially down 20%. It's officially in a bear market. And again, in a couple of minutes here, we're going to talk about crypto, so make sure you all stick on throughout this video. So right now, we are still under the moving averages on the 1-hour chart for SPY and on triple Q, right? Pretty much the exact same thing as what we're seeing here. And if I pull up the 5-day chart on these, two ETFs, SPY tracks the S&P 500, triple Q tracks the NASDAQ 100. If I pull up the 5-day, let's see if it wants to work here. What we're noticing is we're currently at a lower high as I'm making this video right now. If you take a look at this, and if I pop up the oval tool, you can see after market hours on Friday, we ended up running up on SPY. Same with triple Q. We talked about that, right? And you can see that did not amount to anything. That little run up was just a relief rally like I called out, and it didn't amount to anything. We hit a lower high. You guys can clearly see here on the on this chart, and we actually hit a fresh low in the pre-market. Look at that. We not only saw a relief rally, but we then got a big freaking dump down to about 381, which was a sell-off of about $6, roughly a little bit over $6 a share. We're talking here about 1.6%. So this clearly, the rally that we saw was a bull trap. We hit a fresh low. Now we're starting to rally again as I'm making this video, guys. You can see that here on the 5-day. But I'm thinking this is going to be another bull trap. I mean, that's what I'm thinking as of now, guys, based on what I'm seeing. And if I, draw this out, is that not looking like it's going to potentially be another lower high? As of now, it looks like it is. And pretty much the same thing applies here on triple Q. Let's pull that up. If I just clear the set really quick, you guys can see if I zoom in a little bit. I don't even have to zoom in, but I'll do it anyway. You can see here we ended up running after market on Friday, put a lower high, dumped this morning, Monday morning, when you're watching this video, to 285. We took the lows out from last week. This looks like the bears are in charge. We have we're getting a little bit of a relief rally again right now, but like we saw on Friday, I think this is going to be a bull trap again as of now. And we shall see, guys. We shall see how today ends up playing out. Obviously, this week in general is going to be a big week. We have companies reporting earnings like Costco and FedEx. We talked about those companies yesterday. And we have the Federal Reserve meeting for September kicking off tomorrow. And then on Wednesday, we have the press conference, the Q&A, which, trust me, guys, trust me, and you know this for yourselves, the markets are going to be rocky. They're going to be swinging like crazy, so you better be ready. Let's just put it that way. And I'm sure ready. I sure am ready, and make sure you all subscribe because we're going to be breaking down the markets multiple times a day. We're going to be uploading a ton of content this week, so subscribe. And if you haven't done so already, hit that like button because now we're going to transition into crypto and see how crypto is holding up. And last I checked, it wasn't doing well. Right now, we have Bitcoin down to the low 19,000 area, which we covered, I think, a couple of days ago. I said 19 is going to be a big support for Bitcoin because, look, back in 18.5 as well, 18.5 to about 19, That's a big support from earlier this month in September when we were at it on the 7th, 6th, 7th. We held about 18,519. Then Bitcoin saw a pop to 22.7. And you can see here, we put a clear lower high in. And we called this, we were talking about this. We were calling all this stuff out. We put a clear lower high in. And look at what just happened, guys. This morning, or when was that? Maybe overnight when we were all sleeping. Well, I don't know. Maybe you night owls were up, or you early birds, depending on when you get up. Either way, this was at 18,200. So this actually took the low out already from earlier in May, or not May. I don't know why I said May. September. It took the low out from earlier in September already, and now it's up 1,000 points from that low. I mean, this is so volatile, guys. It's crazy. I mean, look at this. On the 18th, we were at 19,500. Then we dumped to 18,200 overnight. And then we're now at 19,200. And I think, Bitcoin right now is down 1%, $200. I think this is going to be a bull trap as well. This sharp rally that we're seeing, it's just simply seeing a rally because of how bad it got hit in just the past couple of days from 20,100 to 18,200. We're just getting a little sharp V-shaped recovery, and I think it's going to fizzle out. I could be wrong, but I think it's going to fizzle out. And let me see Ethereum. I actually haven't looked at Ethereum yet today. Let's see now. Actually, yeah, Ethereum's green, so I was wrong. Not everything is red. Not everything is red. Ethereum is green right now, guys. Ethereum is up to about 1360. It was at 1280, I think, last night. Let me pull up some of these charts and see. Looks like, yeah, that was last night. Yep, last night. Yeah, it was at 1280. Now it's at 1360. It's up about $100 in the past just 12 hours or however long it's been. I mean, not even probably. We're talking 8 hours maybe. It's up a ton, right? It's up a ton, and I feel like it's in a vulnerable spot. Bulls are in a vulnerable spot because overall on the 2-hour chart, the 1-hour chart, the 30-minute chart, every time frame that you're looking at here, bears are still in charge. This looks like it's a bull trap. I would be careful all across the board, whether it's crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and those are even more volatile than the stock market. We all know that. But I'll be careful. I'd be careful with stocks as well this week. Not for long-term buying. I'm still buying long-term. I don't really care about the short-term stuff for my retirement account. But for my trading account, I'm being very cautious right now in the short term with pretty much everything. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you want 12 stocks from this platform right here, this is Webull. Use my link down below if you want, or go to stocksarefest.com/Webull. Deposit any amount of money, and you get 12 stocks. And it also helps out the channel, and I appreciate you guys as always. Cheers. And with that being said, we're about 8 minutes in. We're doing well on time today, guys. Let's go to ThinkOrSwim and bang out some stocks and see what's going on here. Oh, wait a second. Is the Dow going green? Uh-oh. Dow's going green, guys, right now at about 10:28 a.m. Well, I guess exactly 10:28 a.m. VIX is coming down a little bit from when I started the video, I believe. Yeah, Dow's up 25 points now. It's markets are slowly turning. We shall see. I still think it's a bull trap, but who knows? As of now, it's a bull trap. If we get a huge 5% green day tomorrow, or today even, which is probably not going to happen, but hypothetically, we get a huge green day after the Fed meeting, technicals might look a little bit different, but we're not there yet. So let's run through some stocks quickly right now. So last I checked, CCL was moving, and yeah, it's up a little bit. It's up about 1%. It's approaching a big resistance. That's why I want to talk about it here. We have a golden cross. We're above the moving averages. We're approaching 11 to 11 and a quarter, $11, $11.25. That's been a resistance since the middle of July. Actually, even before that, we're talking since June, early June at this point. And I'm just going to simply put my alert there right now at about $11. I'll put it at $11.50. Mark is that we're above to see where it ends up going from that point. You know, if $11.50 breaks, and that was also support at the end of May, which obviously now is resistance. I mean, you know, look at these upside gaps that we have on CCL. We're talking initially it could be going mid-12s. That was the low from early, mid-May. If that breaks, we could be going to 14. So you got to watch CCL. Starbucks is another one that's in an interesting spot right now. We have a clear uptrend. We're above the moving averages, golden cross. This looks pretty good despite the market's not doing well. This looks good, really good. And if it does take out, which right now it's testing it and it's up 1% on the day, if it takes out $92, guys, $93, which was resistance, it's been resistance pretty much all year since the end of February. If it breaks out of there, we have a wide open gap towards 98, $100 in my opinion. That's what I'm seeing. We have a wide open gap of about 6, 7, 8% coming up here. So for that reason, Starbucks, it's on my watch list for today to kick off the week, and I'm going to put my alert at $93. Mark is at or above. Google, I think last I checked, Google took a low out today. Did it? Nope, I'm wrong. I thought it did for a second. Why did I think that? I don't know. I didn't look close enough. Clearly, Google hit a low on Friday at about 101.86. Now we got pretty close to it in the pre-market at about 102, but now we're pushing 103. So we'll see what Google does this week, guys. No rush for me. I already own the stock. It's my biggest individual stock holding. There's no rush for me. But like I've said time and time again, I'm going to be buying more. If it gets down into the lower mid-90s, that's where I'll be buying, and I'm just being patient. I'm waiting on it. And the last one for this video, quick little morning video today, guys, is Vici Properties. This one has come down a good amount from about 35, well, not really much, but 7%, take it for what you will. It's come down about 7%, and what we notice here is we're in this channel on the 4-hour chart, holding this uptrending channel. We're also above, it looks like the 180 SMA, but slightly under. Actually, we're under both moving averages ever so slightly, but if I clear this drawing set, you can see we also have a wedge here. If I zoom in a little bit, we have a wedge as well. Boom. You guys see this? So I'm really waiting on direction here for Vici, right? This is not a stock, by the way. This is a REIT, and full disclosure, I own this, and I've owned it for the entirety of this year pretty much. I think I started buying late January, maybe February, and I've done very well on this REIT. They actually, wow, they paid, the dividend comes out in 2 days from now. Perfect. Hey, that's good. Again, I own this. So I'm going to get a dividend, guys. I love dividends. So I'm looking at this. Well, I love dividends, but I'm not a massive dividend investor. But we're not going to get into that in this video. But for REITs, the reason why I own REITs, let's be honest, is to have some real estate exposure, but also that nice dividend payment, which I think they pay about a 4 or 5% right now. So I'm going to set my alert here at $34 because even though I own this in my long-term REIT account, my real estate investment trust account, I still would consider trading it. I would consider trading it if it breaks 34. If it breaks the wedge here, I think it's going to start going mid-high 30s from there. And at that point, again, I'd consider trading it in my trading account. And we'll see what ends up happening, guys. As always, I'm not a financial advisor. You got to do your own research, your own due diligence, all that good stuff. And with that being said, that's it. Markets are kind of a little red right now. The Dow was green. Is it still green? I think it might have turned red again. No, it's still green, barely though. So it looks like the markets are kind of cooling off a little bit before Tuesday, Wednesday, and who knows? It's only an hour into Monday right now. I mean, it's probably going to get more wild as the day goes on, and we'll talk about it on the channel. So make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and if you haven't gotten your 15 stocks from Moomoo yet, use that link down below, deposit at least $100. You get 15 stocks from Moomoo, each up to $2,000, and you could also get 12 stocks from Webull with any amount deposited. Link down below, guys. And with that being said, I'll catch you in the next video. Cheers, guys. My coffee's getting cold. I got to crush it. I'll see you later. Peace out.